Hello and welcome to Paxton Road TV. This is the reaction show for the game Leeds United versus Spurs. Leeds 3, Spurs 1 in what can be only classed as a bottle job. There's no other words for it. It's a bottle job in my opinion. The players just, apart from Hugo Lloris, it was absolutely terrible. Before I get into all this about the game, welcome to my guests. Mike Hotspur Hustler, Darius 3K, Marlon Bashman, and we welcome him, Simon from Premier Hotspur TV. Hello, gents. That's all I can say is hello before we get into all of this.
Guys.
They always do this, don't they? They give us the hope. You know, we get up for it. Sheffield United, prime example. We're thinking Gareth Bale's back. He's the player. He's this and that. Dele Alli, even though, you know, maybe we're saying that. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Well, today there's been chances given to players that need to now absolutely, categorically, without question, not pull that Spurs shirt on again. Absolutely. I don't want to see Dele Alli play for this team anymore. I don't care what anybody else says on the panel. I don't care if you like him, I'm not bothered. Anybody else watch it, I don't care. He's got to go. Eric Dyer, thank you very much. Thanks for the memories. Good night. God bless. See you later.
Memories? What fucking memories has he given us? He ain't given us no memories. Bad memories is what I've had.
It is truly.
Get some of these mugs out of our fucking club. That's what we got to do.
The thing is, I'm going to have my little bit of a rant before we get into all of you guys. The thing I said about this game, Leeds United are probably the easiest team to prepare for. Not the easiest team to play, but the easiest team to prepare for because you know exactly, without question, what they're going to do. Regardless of who they put on the pitch, you know exactly what they're going to do. I said it in the preview. I said, as long as you beat that first press, because they will man mark you, you are going to have acres and acres and acres of space. And the few times that we did that, what did we have? Acres and acres of space. Now, the problem we had is the personnel on the pitch in the starting. I can go with Mason for the starting 11, not a problem. We started the same team for the last couple of games, and we've got 2 victories out of it. However, when you see it's not working, come half time, you make changes. Dele Alli was not working. Lo Celso, in my opinion, was not working, although there's a couple of little bits, but wasn't working. You don't need him on the pitch. Gareth Bale wasn't in the game today because, why? They matched intensity. They run everywhere. And once he's not running, everything slows down. So those 3 players, in my opinion, should have gone a lot earlier. We should not have seen Dele Alli come out for the second half. I can give you a Gareth Bale scoring a hat-trick the week before. Fine, keep him on for 5 to 10 minutes, but it weren't working. Get him off earlier. Bring on the players. As we've seen, Lucas Moura comes onto the pitch. What does he do? Yeah, he's a headless chicken in the final third, but he broke the press. Even Lamela was breaking the press. Tanguy just looked like he didn't want to be there, if I'm honest with you, but he should have started. And breathe. I'm done with that. I'm done with my rant now. Gentlemen, Mike, you can take it off first. What's your thoughts on that shit show that we just saw today?
Oh man, I can't even be bothered to fucking go into it. It's that fucking frustrating. It's just, I think, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I know everyone here, not everyone here, but in the preview, everyone and previous to the Leeds preview, a lot of people have been defending Reguilon, but that he just does not defend the crosses. Like, he doesn't get out to the man quick enough to prevent the crosses coming in, especially if you've got bloody moon boots who's not going to jump up for a header or try and do you know what I mean? It's just painful. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with it all, really. We had our chances, we didn't take them. I don't think the criticism on Lo Celso is I don't think it's entirely fair on Lo Celso, because I don't think by far he was the worst player on the pitch. I think I honestly look at Reguilon and Dyer and I just think they're the weak link at the moment. They are the weak link at the moment. I mean, we got away with it against Sheffield United, but they were bottom of the league. We played a better team today, and that flank Dallas was just galloping down that right hand flank all game, wasn't he? So I don't know.
I know you said about Reguilon.
I just don't have much to say
I
about
agree.
it.
Reguilon should have stopped more crosses. He's not been playing well. He wasn't. I personally don't believe he was at fault for that goal. If you watch the replay, I was going to call his name then. Number 15 shepherded the ball across. He basically went, "There you go." He went, "There you go." He did. You watched it. I cannot. He wasn't even centre with a goal because the goal came from Reguilon, who was just to the right side of the goal. Had Dyer put his foot to it, it was going out. All he had to do was put his foot to it. It wouldn't have gone in the goal because if you look, he was outside the post. His body angle meant that if he'd have put his foot to it, he's done this 2 or 3 times. It's atrocious.
But surely if you're a fullback or if you're his teammate and you think Dyer's, if I'm playing with Dyer, expect the unexpected. Yeah, I mean if I was Toby or if I was someone in the back four, I'd always be thinking, I don't quite have the confidence of my defenders around me, so I will be expecting the unexpected, just in case.
All our defenders then have got to be expecting the unexpected. We have to expect the unexpected from Aurier. We have to expect the unexpected from Dyer. And so Reguilon thinks to himself, bloody hell, what's going on here? Everything came down that right-hand side today. They just put ball after ball after ball into the box. I said on many occasions, we can't defend defensive crosses. We cannot defend crosses. We are shit. It's bad. It's bad.
It is bad. But then surely, I mean, Mason should be Mason. If you're doing your homework against this Leeds side, I mean, they don't change up what they're doing. They're very direct. They don't have a plan B. It's one way, and that's it. So why have we not sort of countered that and set Spurs up to nullify that threat, which is pretty much the flanks? It's almost like we've just played too tight and just allowed them to fucking get the balls into the box and us hopefully sort of deal with it. But I don't know.
I'm going to come to Marlon next. Marlon, is there anybody you can defend today? Is there any well, have your say in general anyway.
I'm actually tired of Spurs. You know what it is? Yesterday I said Spurs would win 3-1. It's like I got the whole fixture wrong, the scoreline as well. No, I'm just tired of them. I think today I got sucked in at 12:30. I thought, yeah, we can do it. And then watching the first half, I was like, what are we doing, man? Why are we playing so rubbish? But I think our midfield weren't good. Reguilon didn't play that great, neither. In fact, the whole team didn't play great, other than Lloris. But this is what Spurs have drove me to. My weekend's finished, and I can't deal with Spurs no more. I'm finished. I can't watch them no more. I need to just watch other teams.
As I said, I'll come to you. I'll come to you next, Simon, as our guest. Welcome, by the way. What did you think of that?
That was absolute shit against them. Absolutely. And what's that saying, guys? You can't polish a turd, and that's it. That's basically how I round it up today. I just think, mate, we just got out tactic today by Bielsa. And I thought, you go through the Leeds lineup, mate. There's no world class players in there, is it? They work hard for the team. Everyone knows what they're doing, and we didn't have no plan, do we? I just looked at our players to know what we was doing. We didn't have a plan, did we? Go into the game, and it was the in-game management as well from Bielsa on the 57th minute. They were 2-1 up, and he still weren't happy with it, and he changed it up quickly. You know what I mean? And Rafinha come on, and he got the third goal. That's what you call really good in-game management. And it's Mason, I've said it again, he's out of his depth. It's not his fault, but he's taken the job. He agreed to take the job. So he's entitled to have criticism from us. And it's down to Daniel Levy. He should have got someone a bit more experienced to take us to the end of the season, and we'll sort it in the summer. So that's ours it today, guys. We just got out-tactic by a really good master plan from Bielsa again.
But I wouldn't say it was a tactical masterpiece because
I think it was.
Haven't done anything.
They knew they had a game. They had a game plan. We didn't, mate. They stuck to their game plan, mate. And
I agree. I 100% agree. They had a game plan, but it's not a different game plan. It's the same game plan that they've played. How many games they played? 34 games this season. It's the same game plan. They've played the same way every single time. It's different players. Every single game they've played, it's exactly the same. They man mark you. And if you play wide and you make the pitch long and wide, all they do is go with the man. So as soon as you get the ball, if you can beat your man, which on occasions we did, there are acres of space if you tactically get your own players into wide areas. The problem we had was we tried to play through midfield. They have a 4-1-4-1 system with Patrick Bamford doesn't play as a striker. He comes back into that area, chases the ball around. So we've got a back two of Dyer and what's his name? Alderweireld, who are basically not doing anything because they don't need to be marked because he's not there to mark. And even if there is one player up top, you don't need two of them to be marking him. It's the way that we go about doing things like that, which is criminal. Darius, come to you next. What's your thoughts?
First of all, I want to say I'm not an advocate of hard drugs. I'm not an advocate of any of this stuff. But as a Tottenham fan, this is what I imagine doing heroin or cocaine is like. Like, I'm being honest. Like, you don't want to do it, but you're forced to go back and you think, yeah, maybe I can change. Maybe I can do something different next time. But it just gets you every time. And I'm tired of it now because I try to be positive and I look at the season. I think, you know what? We've had a dog season. We've had probably the worst season in the past 5 years. And we're still 4 points off top four with 4 games to go. And we're playing people who can influence that decision. And I'm just thinking, why do I even get gassed? Why do I even get excited? What's the point anymore? Because it was Sheffield United. Let's be honest now. It was the reason that we won 4-0 was because of Sheffield United. It wasn't because of Tottenham. It was because Sheffield United are terrible. And now I've realized after this Leeds game, and I agree with you, Simon, I think Bielsa had a plan and his plan worked excellently. And the in-game management was the masterclass part of it. But then I agree with what Sam and Mike say. He hasn't changed what he's done over the years. So yes, I agree. That Rafinha sub was a great sub because he influenced the game, assisted for the 3rd goal, set the game up and put it to bed. But if you're getting outdone by Bielsa in terms of the whole game, that's embarrassing in my opinion, because it's so obvious to see, like we said, Sam, it's so obvious to see what you need to do. You either break the press with a pass, like Lo Celso did for Son's goal, where he passed it through 4 players to Ali, and Ali was on, or you have a player like Ndombele who can break the press with his dribbling ability, and you get the same results. We didn't have any of them, and then you want to bring on those players to make that difference too late in the game, and then you've not got any time. So, and I also agree that we had a bit of bad luck as well. Obviously, that offside decision was a bit of bullshit, and obviously Kane hit the bar in the free kick. But I'm not looking at those sort of decisions and results in the game because I don't think they were that influential. We could have still done a lot more in that game to kind of give ourselves a better chance of scoring. I think it was 2 shots on target again in the game. That's unforgivable.
Let me show you why those 2 things didn't really make a difference, because this is the actual stats from the game. In a game where you need to win, in a game where you need to have urgency if you're losing, which we never showed any urgency at any point, you cannot come off the pitch having only 3 shots on target. That's the point. It doesn't show me that these players really, really went for this game. Now, whether that's a combination of the wrong starting 11, we all said maybe one player was a bit different. Maybe Dele Alli, in my opinion, maybe Ndombele for Dele Alli, but the rest of them I can go with. But
I'm sorry though, Sam, to interrupt you, but again, I understand about the Sheffield game. You don't want to change what you've done. You've won 4-0, but if you've got any sort of idea about what Leeds do, and you should have an idea of what Leeds do, surely Lucas or Ndombele should be on the pitch because, and again, I'm not having the excuses. Yeah, Mike, I'm not having the excuses that they weren't fit or anything, because he said in the press conference that the only player who's not available and not fully fit is Ben Davies. So I understand you won 4-0 against Sheffield United, but tactically you have to see that what Leeds do requires players that are on the bench doing nothing, and you've brought them off the pitch or brought them off the bench and they've made a difference. So like, why have you not seen that earlier? Why have you not made the changes earlier? I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Again, I can't. Sorry, Mike. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say he should have started with Lamela and Moura from the beginning, just because of the fact that they can beat the press and they've got the energy to do so.
100%.
Bale, you're never going to get the work rate out of Bale, not in that sort of game. It's all about energy in that game. Yeah. Bale and Ali, probably the wrong choices to have in that type of game, because, as I say, you need players that are going to match them for energy, and you need players that have got the legs to do that for pretty much for 90 minutes, because they are quite relentless in that sense. But
I thought Ali played quite well, to be honest.
He didn't play. I don't think he was.
No, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to pause.
No,
he was horrendous.
No, we're not doing this. We're not saying he played quite well. Played quite well for what? Compared to how he's played before, you're saying He was awful
He
today.
made a few key passes today. He made
Nah,
a few
yeah,
key passes.
If you're saying he played okay in terms of how he's performed for the last 2 years,
Celso
I
was
can
even
give you
worse,
that.
Dan.
But if you're
Thank
telling
you.
me he's
Celso was even
performed
worse today.
okay in comparison to the rest
he
of
was
the team,
non-existent.
including bloody
I
Tanga.
forgot he was playing.
No,
it's
I'm
the
not having that,
midfielders.
Marlon.
Nah,
I'm not
the
having
two
it. He was
midfielders
dog
for me
shit.
set
He
up
was
top.
dog
Even
shit.
the commentators
Nah,
are calling
yeah.
out. Even the commentators are calling out Bale and Ali's performance.
He's
I
dog
saw
shit,
from
man.
I saw from the start. It was
Bale, I can
they're
agree
getting
with.
run past. They were getting run
Yeah,
past. Bale
Bale.
and Ali were getting run past. And
Bale,
against Leeds, you can't do that.
Bale, and
Yeah.
the two centre midfielders for me weren't good. I think Ali done alright.
Hojbjerg
Personally.
wasn't good.
He
I
He
agree.
Hojbjerg
did
was
make a
good.
few
Hojbjerg
key
was
passes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ali did make a few key passes. I mean, I think both. There was 2 key passes that led to a goal. One was off. I think one was offside, and the other
Yeah,
one.
and the other one was deflected
he
though.
put in. He
That
still
was a
meant it.
deflected.
He still
I'm
meant
not. I'm not convinced. I thought that was going straight to the player's feet. I thought he took a touch too much, and it deflected off the player and went through.
You can see-
I personally think.
called it
I
early as
personally think.
well.
What's that?
You called it early as well. You said it was a deflection.
Yeah,
It
no,
was a
that's what I mean. It was a
deflection.
deflection.
I
It
saw
was
it.
obvious. He made a
I still
mistake.
think
like,
he meant it.
over-dribbled.
I still think he meant that. You
I
can see
agree.
what he was. I think you
Meant
can see what he was
what?
trying to do.
I saw what he was trying to do. I've seen a lot of what he tries to do. A lot of the stuff he tries to do don't come off. He
But
tried
also-
to make that pass. It was a deflection. It went straight to our player. Great. It went to
But
some. But
There was
Go on.
2 key passes that led to a goal.
True.
Although,
Mike,
albeit one was offside, which how that came goal was, I don't understand how that was offside. But
that was ridiculous.
I love the
How
people in
offside.
VAR should be held accountable. Like they should come out and say
Yeah.
why they thought it was offside, or the
You
ref.
say that Ali made 2 good passes, but then you know what I see at Ali that makes me think he didn't play well? When you're playing against Leeds United and you see Ali trying to take a ball down to the edge of his box, knowing that you're going to have 4 Leeds
Oh, yeah,
players
yeah.
hunting you down. Why on earth? And he did that 3 times or twice or 3 times. I saw him do that. Try to take the ball down at the edge of the box and try and dribble around Leeds players when there's 4 of them. You can't do stuff like that. Ali, and it's clear now, Ali and Bale can't play against teams that put us under pressure. We have to be dominating possession, dominating games for them to have an impact in the game. And the reason I say that I don't care about Ali anymore, and I've kind of now got time for Bale, is because I can see that Bale's still got world-class quality in that left foot. He could score 3 goals like that against many
Does this come
teams.
down to Mason's decision? He even picks him.
Yes,
I mean,
but again, I agree. But then again, the thing is, we weren't angry at. I wasn't too mad at the fact that we were unchanged. It was the fact that I saw from about 25, 30 minutes in that Ali and Bale aren't working harder. Leeds are working way harder. We need to make a change. And he didn't make a change. And then the changes that he made, I think Ndombele still should have come on before Lamella. But that's the issue that I've got. It's not necessarily the 11. It was the in-game management, like you said, Simon. Bielsa's in-game management was so much better than Mason's. And it was
let
clear.
me just give you some information. So I took notes. I always take notes for the game. First minute, Leeds doing well, intense man-to-man pressing. Spurs look to try and play in the space. So if they can try and play long and wide, I put that note down. 2 minutes later, Spurs need to isolate players, create one-on-one opportunities. 8 minutes into the game, giving the ball away from crossfield passes, Leeds quickly to get to the ball and get the ball forward to Patrick Bamford. So even 8 minutes into the game, I can see a pattern developing here. Right, we're not getting the ball and doing things into the right areas. We're taking too long. We're taking too many touches. Leeds are getting all over you, but they still played man-to-man. That's after 8 minutes. 14 minutes later, Dyer lets the ball go across him, as I've said, they score. Once they've gone 1-0 up, their intensity was to keep on playing. They were always going to drop off in the second half. But if you're winning a game, that gives you a little bit more energy. That always does. It's just a psychological aspect of playing football. But we cannot, I cannot excuse the players for not turning up today, given the fact that we know what Leeds are going to do. So Mason has to take responsibility for the players he put out. I agree. If you're starting the team that won the last 2 Premier League games, I can understand that. But you've got to make decisions quicker than what he done.
Yeah.
A lot quicker. Simon, who's to blame for this today? I know we can talk about the board, but I want to really focus on this game today. Was it a combination of the players? Was it Mason? Does he take responsibility? Was it the players that individually didn't perform? Lloris, man of the match for us.
Yeah, as what Darius said there, he said he's calling out Ali and Bale for their performance today. But Mason, he picks the team, so he should know how Leeds play. They play with a high tempo. We need runners in there. So why, if you think Bale can't do the job, you swap him for another player who's going to do the job for you. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to with Mason. He's got to be called out for this. I don't care what anyone says, but the players as well.
I agree, Simon. I agree.
I think, as I said, apart from Lloris today, it could have been that could have been 6-7 today if it wasn't for him. But apart from that, it was ferocious, mate. Just the back four was terrible. I think Pierre and Lo Celso was. I think they were but terrible today as well. Absolutely, I'm calling both of them out today. Sam, I know you're not in good light, but I thought Ali did have a good first half. I thought he did have a good first half, mate. But the second half, it was terrible. Yeah, I mean, the rustiness kicks in again. You know what I mean?
Which Ali? Which Ali? Dele Ali or Muhammad Ali? I don't know which one he does because it weren't, and he's dead. He's dead. He played better. He played better than Dele Ali today. He's dead. I'm not having none about Dele Ali. No, not a chance.
Let's be fair.
Dog shit, man. He's dog shit. No, he's dog shit today. I'm not having none.
I think everyone was bad, and that's the thing. You can pick who was bad because everybody didn't perform, apart from Lloris, like we said.
The second goal was down to Bale. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Was Bale. My next gripe was Lamela. When you got a chance to pass the ball, like what Leeds done for their second goal, you shoot. Leave the country, leave Spurs, go away.
Honestly, Marlon, I agree.
Go away, finish with him.
True. You can't Rabona 3-1 down. I'm sorry.
Rabona 3-1 down.
I don't care if you scored 3 Rabona goes out of play.
The Rabona goes out of play.
That's worse than what Aurier did. That's worse than what Aurier
I'd still be vexed. But the Rabona went out of play. And you're 3-1 down. Come on, guys. Come on. The players are taking the piss out of us here. He was taking the piss out of us here. To do that in a game when you're 3-1 down and it don't even go to the player. Come on.
But guys, let it
just find it funny they had the audacity to do it. You just got to laugh. You got to fucking laugh.
6 points behind us.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say
it's crazy.
The team was 6 points behind us. Fucking what a joke.
And the thing is, everyone's been so bad this season. Everyone's been so bad this season, and what makes me more angry, and you can take the defeat individually and say it was a bad result, but then I get even more angry, and I think you guys have had such a terrible season. You still have a chance to rectify these wrongs. You still have a chance to get into the Champions League somehow. Leicester probably won't make the Champions League if we had won this game because they've got to play 3 of the top 6 in their last game, and if West Ham don't win all their games. Then there's 2 spots available. Chelsea have 2 finals to play. So I'm pretty sure they're going to slip up. So I just find it unforgivable how these players can have 0 drive, 0 determination, 0 intensity, knowing that you still have a chance to rectify what a horrible season it's been. And that's what makes me more angry. The result and the performance is one thing, and the fact that we didn't handle Leeds is one thing. But then you look at it and you look at the context of what we were talking about yesterday, how we could actually, you never know what could happen. I don't know what's happening with the 5th and 4th stuff, but we could have still gotten 4th place and there could still potentially be 2 Champions League spots. I think it's over now. Personally, I think it's over now. So that just makes me sad.
The only battle we're in for is possibly 5th or 6th. I don't know if 6 goes down to Europa League or this new whatever conference league they want. I don't want to be in that bollocks.
No, I don't want to. Absolutely.
But go on, Marlon. Sorry.
Go on.
Go on, you was going to let you say. Okay,
no, I was reading the comments. I was just say I'm not having no Arsenal fan calling us out after first.
Let them have their time. Let them have their time. Leeds just went ahead of them in the league after this result. Leeds just went ahead of them in the league after this result. So I'm pretty sure they're 10th now. I think they're 10th now.
Double-edged sword for them, lot. If we'd have won, they'd have been all moaning. But like Leeds have won, so they're going down to 10th.
We'll just double check that they're 10th in the league.
But let's leave them to one side because they're left behind anyway. Let them get on with their game tomorrow. Fine, fantastic, great, brilliant. Can we do anything from here for the last 3 games? Because we have got 3 games left. I think 2 of them are at home and 1 away. So it's Wolves, Aston Villa, and Leicester the last 3 games. But now we don't necessarily have any. What I'm saying is there should have been more desire today. I put down here no urgency, too late. Everything was just too late on this thing. Time guy come on at what 77 minutes, 78 minutes.
And he done some good stuff as well.
But the guy looked
and
like
the thing is he doesn't even mean. Sorry, I'm just saying he doesn't even mean to do things. Like I said, Simon, he just does that because he's that good. He didn't even really try. So yeah.
He looked tired though.
He always does, to be fair.
Tired of what? Why am I here? That's the tiredness he looked like he had. Why am I here? That kind of tiredness to me stems from the fact that as I said, I don't know, and I can't obviously know this for fact. It's not fact. You can only make your own opinions. I just don't think he, and I've said this before, I just don't think he has that respect for Mason in terms of, thinking that this guy's come in as an under-18s coach. is now taken the first team charge. No, and it's not Ryan Mason's fault. I'm not blaming Ryan Mason for any of this. He's been put in charge. We don't know all the semantics of gone round. He's taken on the job.
Sam.
Right, great. He sees these players in training. He sees them for at least like a couple of weeks now, so he knows what they're like. I don't think he's seen enough of Tanguy in training to say he wants him to start. Because if the guy's lighting it up in training, you cannot not start him. I think the problem comes down to attitude, in my opinion. That's what I think. That's how I can see. You can't bring on Moura and Lamela before him, in my opinion, because he's been our best person in terms of breaking presses and
but those boys give more energy, don't they? They've got the legs, they've got the energy, and they will. I think you'll get a higher work rate out of them than possibly Ndombele would.
I agree.
That's the only reason I think those two would come on in that particular type of game where we're chasing. Just because I think, as I say, sorry, Simon.
I'm saying that guy who said, I think it was the Arsenal fan there saying, just let's appreciate Leeds how they played today. I think that's bang on, absolutely bang on. Give them respect.
They did play well. They did play well. To be fair, that is true.
I think they played well, mate.
But did they play well, or did we let them? Did we not?
I think we
play to their
strength.
I'm not having right. Okay, Leeds play well. Leeds playing well is one thing. We can look at Leeds' result. It's not hard to see that Leeds play a style of football that is really good. But it's a style of football that's predictable. It's the predictability. We've got better players than Leeds. Leeds run more than us. That was clear. They had more energy. They run. We have.
We are, Sam, at the minute.
But that's my point. We have better players, more talented players than they do. If you've got a certain amount of strategy and tactics to employ in a game with Leeds, you should not get caught out how we did, because you do know what they're going to do. The 4-1-4-1 system is if you play through the middle of them, they are going to crowd you out, right? So what you do is that you get your players to go into areas of the pitch so that they can man mark you and follow you. In a sense, they should have put each man on each of the corner flags, and that would happen because you'll just pull the pitch apart. They didn't do anything to negate how Leeds played. So Leeds did play well because we let them play well. That's the difference. That's the biggest difference for me. Just going through some of these comments here from a lot of gooners. Brezzy here. Get these guys around a beer. They think they need it. We've got Raheem joining. Thank you for joining, Raheem. Even Luke Chadwick could get light up in a Spuds training session. One Touch TV. So chill, Marlon. We were just discussing the game with you. Laugh out loud. NG23. Mason must be racist. The Celso hasn't done anything more forgivable than Tanguy.
True. That is true, man.
What does that energy for us when they
Mason
can't complete a pass? We needed someone out there other than Lo Celso to take advantage of the massive spaces. This is what I'm saying. People are seeing. It's not just me that's seeing this. Everybody's seen the same.
Sam, you made a point when we were watching the game. You made a point about maybe Højbjerg could have been the one to come off, and maybe we should have just really just gone full throttle and just thought, fuck it. We ain't got any other reason, but we have to win this game. At the end of the day, I've just looked at the table now. We're 5 points off top four, and they've got a game in hand. If Chelsea win their game, it's done anyway, but it's just confidence. So yeah, it just makes
this one here I've got. Breaking news: Donald Trump has been selected to be the new Tottenham manager. Plans for building a wall in front of the Spurs goal has been approved. Finally, our defense will approve. One Touch TV, big man, your captain is 5 years, your manager senior, wetting you. What are you expecting from him so far?
Well, Nagelsmann was 29 and he got Hoffenheim to the Champions League. I'm just saying that. But no, I just think Mason's in
we can't bounce onto Mason. Mason
That's what I mean.
was under 18s manager 4 weeks ago. So let's not jump on his head. But what I can jump on his head for is the game tactics today. If he's done his level 5, which we know he has, you can see what's going on the pitch. It doesn't take a genius to work that out. Gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap up. So I'm going to come to each of you first to get your own closing thoughts. Mike, start with you first. Just on that.
I don't even have much to say, to be honest. We just weren't good enough. We had the chances, didn't take them. The better team won on the day. So it is what it is.
It's nice and easy.
Simple.
It is what it is. Darius.
I don't know, man. I'm just sad. That I let myself get gassed every single time. And I think, we still got this. We could still do it. And then lo and behold, what happens? I expected more from the game today. Maybe that's my fault. But I'm just desperate for this season to end now. I just think that we just need a big soft reset in the summer. And if it doesn't happen, then I don't know what's going on with the manager. I don't know what's going on with upstairs. I'm just lost. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Cancel the season, move on to next year. Euros is coming up. We're gonna get let out in 3 weeks. We're gonna get let out next week
there as well.
Yeah, probably.
Cancel season. Marlon, anything more? Anything to play for now?
No, no way. I think from we got knocked out of Europe, I kind of was like, oh, I can't bother with this. I just think the season's finished, and then I won't be miserable for about 5 or 6 weeks, and then that's it. To be honest, I'm finished.
And they drew you back in as well. Remember, you were finished.
As long as we finish above Arsenal, I'm good. That's what it is. That's what it is. I've got to that stage again.
Okay, Simon, closing thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think, as what Mike said, I think we got beat by the better teams today. I think as well, we may have took them too lightly as well. I think we undermined them. And to me now, going forward, I'll just play the youngsters. I'll draft some of these youngsters in. That's exactly what I'll do.
I'm so for that.
We've got nothing. We've got literally nothing to play for. And I still say it now. I'll be surprised if Harry Kane's still here. Trust me. Absolutely, trust me. He's not staying around for like a manager like Mason or Potters or anything like that, mate. Trust me.
He might be trapped. He might not be able to escape. I think that's the only thing, Simon. I think he wants to leave. I just think he can't. I think that he's not going to kick up trees enough with 3 years left on your deal to leave. I think I agree with you. I think he wants to go, but he is genuinely cuffed to the side of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So we just have to make do. Hopefully we get the right manager in. That's the most important thing for me. Sell the players and get the right manager in. And it'll make a big difference.
Who's the right one?
There's some right trolls on here today. Have you seen the troll?
Do you know what? I swear I just seen someone's name who's been in the wardrobe quite a bit recently. He must be out of the wardrobe.
How's Mr. Tumlins? How's he doing? All right.
He's escaped from Narnia.
They play West Brom tomorrow, so I really hope they beat West Brom.
I rate them. If someone wants you to give him a wave, Mike. He's our friend Zach. He wants to give a wave. Thanks for the entertainment. I've smashed the lights. Thank you, Mr. Silver Fox, for smashing the lights. We'll be tuning into your show as well. Gentlemen, we're expecting this. This is what we have to deal with as Spurs fans. So we cannot say anything more than that. Thank you very much. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment. If you want to see more of, we don't want to see more of that type of football, but if you want to see more of this, please leave comments in the section below. Share as well as content, so make sure people can see us on Paxton Road TV, and we are joined by lots more other guests in the future. Thank you very much to Premier Hotspur TV, Simon. Just a quick shout out for yourself. Where can people find you?
Yeah, guys, if you want to watch me, if you still want to watch me after this, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Insta, Premier Hotspur TV, guys, and go and smash these guys as well. Absolutely fantastic, Paxton Road TV.
Thank you very much for that, Marlon, Mike, Darius, and Simon. Thank you very much for being on here. I know it's difficult at times. It is very difficult at times, but we do it. Some don't. Some from other parts of North London don't. They only come out. Let's
not mention any names.
Where it's not. They only come out at certain times. Usually it's the summertime. During the winter, they hibernate. Do they? Yeah.
I haven't seen a few of these names that have popped up on video recently. Don't know why. But
I don't know. It's
strange.
Amazing.
Anyway, it's strange.
It is
just
strange.
Make sure you beat West Brom. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. This is what we're gonna call the YouTube wars. The YouTube wars with those guys. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks all for watching. We'll be here again. Bye.